What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today we are working on the Neon. I got a track day tomorrow, test and tune, and I'm trying to get the car ready, making a couple changes to the suspension, and we're going to try to get this thing to get a little bit lower. I ended up tightening up the front suspension the last time I took it to the track, and the car did not like that. So we've been struggling to get the car to 60 foot. This thing should be able to 1.5 60 foot, no problem. I would be happy with a mid or low 1.6 60 foot. Its best 60 foot ever was a 164, and that was back when the car made probably 350, 360 horsepower. Ever since we turned the car up, it has not been able to get back down that low. The closest it's ever gotten to was a 1.70 60 foot. So we are here today working on the car. Like I said, we are lowering the suspension down in the rear. It was a little too high to begin with. This isn't no expensive brand coilover. This is just a regular eBay Musis. Everybody knows that's what I run. Granted, they do not have any dampening, so I did end up tightening the preload on the spring itself. So these are tight. There's really no giveaway, but I sprayed some PB Blaster on there to kind of get it to be a little bit more easier on me. But you know, I also have to do the front too. I'm going to drop the front down a little bit more also. So stay tuned. We get to this video, next thing you'll probably see me do is get all of this stuff knocked out, and I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. All right, I got the car lowered on one side. Excuse my hair, look like Jesus right now. Looks crappy, but I got the car lowered on one side. So I like the way the car looks in the front right now, but looks ain't gonna make you necessarily go fast. So I think I need to raise the car up in the front at least another inch. And what I mean by that is you want the axles to be as straight as possible. And right now they are not straight as possible. They are at an angle, kind of like this right here. So I'm probably going to raise the car back up. These specific axles have been in this car for a very, very long time. They were in the car when I first got it as a shell and was driving it every day on the street. And they have a lot of passes on them as far as being on the track, and they have not given out yet. They are AutoZone reman axles. No complaints, have had no problems. But like I said, they've been in there for probably, I think I've had this car 5 years now. They've been in there for 5 years. 2 of them were driving, and the 2.5 of them were driving, and the rest have been nothing but track passes, and that is it. So not trying to break an axle. I know it's eventually coming. Preload is definitely key when staging the car, but being that the axles aren't straight right now, I think I'm going to go ahead and raise the car back up a little bit in the front. I got the rear where I wanted it at, so we're good there. But let's get this front raised back up just a little bit, And I'll go ahead and throw the time lapse back on there, knock this thing out, and then we're gonna move on to the next thing. All right, so we got the suspension dialed in. Right now I am in the process of changing the oil, and I still got on my work clothes, if you were wondering. But we are in the process of getting ready to change the oil. I have not changed it in the last 2 outings. I've been slacking on that, but I refuse to make another pass down the track without changing the oil. So let's get down here. I've already loosened up the oil filter. Oil doesn't look bad, which it never does, because I normally stay on top of everything. But I did let the car run a little bit while I was moving it in and out, checking the ride height and stuff like that. Nice and golden. It's what we want. But get that squared. Got the drain plug right here. And you're gonna let this drain. I normally let it all drain all out pretty good before I do anything, but all looks good to me. So it's nice and golden. As you can see, it's nice and clean, which that's how I normally like my stuff. So we'll let that drain, and after we get done with that, I have one more thing to do, and that's going to be to put the half shaft bolt back in the half shaft, since I'm pretty sure the outing before last, the car was shaking really bad, and I'm pretty sure one of the bolts vibrated out. And ever since that happened, the half shaft hasn't been straight, and the car's been losing trans fluid left and right. So I'm gonna get that in there, and after we get done with that, we'll basically be finished with the car, and that'll be it for this video. And the next one that you guys will see will more than likely be something from tomorrow. I've been working a lot, so I haven't really been able to pump out the videos like that, but just a quick little update, small maintenance, few small changes, and get this thing back to the track, see what it does. Nothing really new as far as performance goes. It's pretty much still the same car. It still has the stock motor in it. I haven't made any changes to that yet. But like I said, I felt like the suspension was a really big part and why the car was not 60 foot. So I lowered the car down in the rear a lot, and I dropped the front probably a ½ inch on both sides, obviously. Still got the axle straight, but I dropped the rear probably a good 3 inches. So it's sitting exactly where I want it to sit at right now. But when I get everything finished, like I said, I'll put up a couple pictures that I took of how the car looks right now, and I'll get this thing loaded up and strapped down for tomorrow. That way I don't have to do it when I get off. And then we'll make a couple passes. I'm not really looking to set the world on fire or to try to go a PB or anything like that. My main goal is to get the car to 60 foot. If I can get my 60 foot to drop, then I can turn the car up and run it out back. And in reality, we should be able to go a PB. But I'm just tired of fighting with the car, trying to get it to leave, trying to get it to not blow the tires off. If I turn the boost down too much, it won't do a burnout. So if I turn it up just enough, it still blows the tires off. I've dropped the 2-step down. I've done a lot of things to try to get the car to not blow the tires off on the hit. So I think we got a good adjustment going as far as the suspension goes. It should help with the car 60 footing. I also got a set of ladder arms for the car also that I have not put on the car yet. Reason being, I don't have any skinnies on the car, so I can't put them on, but here they are right here. They will be going on the car though, very soon. But until then, I'm gonna rock with what I got. And like I said, you know, I like to do things different. I don't like to follow the crowd, but I do like to go with what works. So stay tuned, guys, and I appreciate you guys for watching. Should have another video uploaded either right after the track tomorrow night or sometime Saturday or Sunday. But stay up, stay liquid. Peace. That is the ride height. A little shadow on the rear, but it's right on top of the tire in the rear.